Okay, so what we have is a gear stick from Super Chase, which is Chase HQ3. This one, I think they're the same on Chase HQ, or at least I would expect they would be. I'd have to find out. But anyway, this one was rusted up to high heaven and pretty damaged. And then the facial plate that sits on the front of it, let me show you. So this face plate here was completely rusted and twisted. Somebody had pried it with a screwdriver. Anyway, I had to pull this thing apart and rebuild the whole thing. And I looked online for some videos and I couldn't find anything. And I didn't have the ability to record at the time, so I didn't make a video of doing that. Anyway, I now realized that I've got to take it apart, or at least take the stick off, the T-bar off, to be able to put this plate back in. And I thought, well, now that I can, I will record it just for someone else, or if anyone else wants to see how it's done. So you essentially have a button on the side, which is the Nitro, a high and a low. The high and low simply works by when the switch is not engaged, it's low, and when the switch is engaged, it's high. It's as simple as that, really. So there's basically two switches, one here for Nitro, and then one here for high. And if it's not high, then it's obviously low. The issue you have is that you've got the Nitro button that actually sits inside the T-bar, and this Nitro button has to be fed through, and it was quite a challenge to do. So what I've had to do is to snip the cable from the switching circuit. And then we can't just take the T-bar off. There's two things you have to do first. One, you have to take the switch out and feed this cable out, and then obviously unbuckle the Allen key bolts, or whatever you call them, there, and then it all comes out. I'll show you anyway, so I'll do that now. The hardest thing I found was actually taking this button off, and mine's wrecked. I mean, I will have to replace this in the future, because I'm really not happy with the finish of that. But as you can see, it's all, you know, jagged up and stuff. I guess it's been pulled off in the past. So you've got to basically try and pry it. There might be a better way of doing this, actually. What I do is just tease it out all the way around, like this, and then get a bigger screwdriver to prise it further. It's really difficult. I'll just do this real slow. I guess it's designed to be tough so that nobody can just pull it out in the field, right? Okay, so I thought I'd try and use a pliers. Yeah, that seems to work better. There we are. So, you have this cable, which is connected to this. It goes, the coil goes straight through. There's a coil, like a spring, that the cable sits inside, I guess just to stop it wearing. So we're going to feed that out, because you can't pull the shaft out without this coming out. So, I'm just going to tease it out. Getting it in is a bit of a fun game. So, okay, so there's the switch. That's the first part. Could do with a replacement if anyone knows where I can get one from. Don't like that. Anyway, so once you've got the switch out and you've pulled the cable away, the next thing is there's an Allen key that needs to come out. An Allen key bolt that needs to come out. It's quite tight. I put it in quite tight when I was fixing it up. So there's the bolt, and then this part just comes straight out like that. See? So my error was that this needs to go over the top here. This isn't perfect by all means, but it's 1,000 times. This is 1,000 times better than it was. I'll show you a picture. The plate goes on top. I will put a print on there of high and low. But for now, until I've practiced how to do it, I'll just leave it blank for now because it's already got high-low on the body. So this goes back in, like so. And then let's reverse what you've just done. The bolt goes back in here. Here, like this. So I've got to kind of just adjust this thing as it's going in, because it can pinch a bit. Okay, I just realized that I put the T-bar on the wrong way. The cable needs to come out the other side. There you go, it's nice and tight now. So now we have a plate on. Needs a clean, but hey, it's better than it was. Okay, so now next step is to get this back in. Now, I found it too hard to feed it through the top, so the only way to do is to fish it out. And let me show you how that's done. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of cable, single thread of cable that doesn't have the spring, and feed that up through this hole here. So there's a hole here, and this cable goes up, and it's easier to catch it from the T-bar side. I don't know if you can see, maybe not, but in here you can catch the cable. You see? What I did is take a bit of tape. Let's try it again. Pretty much it, and this is how you take the T-bar off and put it back on. You could probably do it better than that, but hey. So I hadn't seen any of these online. Maybe there was, maybe I just couldn't find them, but at least now there's one video showing a very rough way of putting, changing the plate on a Super Chase cabinet. So then this needs to fit onto this cabinet. So I've actually repainted a few of these bolts because they were rusted as well. So they're going to go back in. Okay. Looks a lot tidier. Happy with that. So there you are, Chase HQ, high-low, T-bar, button. The only thing left to do now is to wire it up. So we have this goes here, this goes here, and then these two cables connect here. So I'll just solder those on and it'll be done.